going on YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, back at y'all with another Forza Horizon 3 build video, man. If you guys have read the title of this video, then you can already probably guess the kind of madness that is about to ensue. Today's request video comes from Brody Moto and Christian Cole. Ironically enough, both want to see drift Hummer builds. Now, I like Hummers. I like drifting. We're about to find out if we can put the two together and make some sort of an absolute monster. Now, obviously, first and foremost, what we have to do is purchase our Hummer. The Hummer in question being the 06 H1 Alpha. Now, I would have preferred an H2 simply because it's a little more light duty, probably a little bit lighter, maybe a bit easier to drift. Look at this guy, already on the drift works, eh? No big deal, man. But yeah, so as you can guess, H1 is probably going to be a bit heavier, more so of a tank, I'm guessing, but that's okay, man. We're going to try to make it work. Ooh, I like that. I do like that. I like that a lot, man. We're going to go ahead, add this up. Actually, you know what? As a kid, I can't even lie, though. I can't even lie. I've always liked white Hummers, man. Let's build a white Hummer. We were going to go for the all-out army drift build, but I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, we're going to do this one a little bit different than that. Great suggestion or great recommended design from Forza there, but I have something in store for this one, man. We're gonna make this thing look like a little street machine here. Obviously gonna look a little bit different once we are done with it. First and foremost, jump into that upgrade shop. Now I'm gonna start with the conversions, because I have a funny feeling this thing is going to need a new motor. Obviously, starting out with that 6.5 liter diesel. Lots of torque, not a lot of horsepower. We need to change all of that. We got a 6.2 liter V8, that's 8.4 liter V10, or a 6.5 liter V12. I'm going to assume Lambo, Viper, and some sort of GM product. We are going to go with the V8 simply because I want this thing to be a truck. I want it to sound like a truck, and it also needs to drift. So that means we're going to have to go ahead and put a rear-wheel drive differential on this thing. And just for fun, let's go ahead and throw some twin turbos on this thing, man. This thing is going to be an absolute monster. I'm actually looking forward to it, man. I don't think I've built a Hummer in Forza yet. Even on Forza 6, I don't even think that I built one. So this is going to be interesting. Now, front bumpers, I would like to see something a little more subtle than both of these. But if I had to make a choice, it would be the stock bumper. Now, what are our options for rear wings? That's ridiculous. I mean, what, are you trying to make this more aerodynamic with that? Like, I don't understand, but we're going to keep it moving forward. Now, as far as the tire compound goes, we are just going to, let's install some off-road race tires. Make this thing look crazy as well as perform crazy. Widen everything up here. Now, what I'm really going to change on this thing is the wheels. Now, I have in my mind a wheel setup that I would like to see as a young kid. I had this screensaver, man, and I would really like to replicate that screensaver. I don't know how much it's gonna, or how well it's going to translate over into the game, but let's see if I can find some wheels that kind of suit what I have in mind here. Now, you guys know that the wheels are obviously the most difficult part of any build. Real life or not, it's always a struggle. Now, luckily, Forza gives you the opportunity to go through, look at the wheels before you buy them, because if not, you'd just be buying all kinds of wheels, put them on your vehicle, and be like, yeah, I actually don't even like these. These suck, as a matter of fact, and have to go through, buy some whole next wheels. So let's see here. This is what I'm thinking. Something similar to this, but we need to beef this wheel size up. Let's see how big we can go without looking ridiculous. 24s, we could actually go bigger, man. That doesn't look ridiculous at all. 24s, both front and back. I'm liking that. We are going to have to paint these wheels, however, so bear with me for a little bit. You guys know your boy Don Squally likes to pull things together right at the last moment in the paint booth. We are, however, going to upgrade that transmission, differential also. Let's see, brakes. Yes, we are. Look at this, how small those front brake rotors are, and the back. Like, look at how tiny those are. What is that stopping? That's much better. Now we're talking. Rally springs. Yeah, we're gonna put the rally springs simply because I think we're gonna have to in order to even adjust the suspension. I know that these come with inflatable. Self-inflatable tires, not something we're going to be able to do in this game, but just something that would have been nice, I guess. Forza. Nah, that airbag suspension would be nice. Forza, if you guys are watching, which you're probably not because I'm like in the YouTube world, I'm relatively small at the moment, but if you guys are ever listening to my videos, can we get some airbags up in here, you know? One switch, raise it, one switch, lower it, you know. I don't think it would be totally out of the question, you know. Is it completely unreasonable? I don't think so, man. Let me know. You guys let me know if that's something that you guys want to see. Some airbags. I mean, maybe not necessarily for this build, but I mean, could you imagine how sick it would be with some nice Rocket Bunny or some Liberty Walk body kit to have some airbags and just air that bitch out as you're rolling down the street? Laying frame. Ooh, that would be so sick. But I think we've maxed out this engine pretty much. So that should hopefully give us the power that we need to drift it. Go ahead and install the setup. This is an expensive build. 115. We're at like over $200,000 for this build, but I'm not too worried about it. But it is kind of expensive, man. No lie. But that's okay. You guys know how we do it, man. We're gonna keep it moving. Now, before we take this thing out on the road, we have to tune it. Gearing, let's go ahead and adjust the final gearing. Look at that acceleration, 7.11 seconds, 7.2, but our top speed needs to be something reasonable, you know what I mean? For a Hummer, I mean, 300 kilometers, that's going to work for me for now. We're going to take it out for a rip and see what happens, but this thing's got to go low, like low to the ground, super low. So let's go ahead and do that. And these springs, believe it or not, I'm going to stiffen up the springs quite a bit because, I mean, nobody's drifting anything in a giant ass Hummer like this with some super soft springs. You know what I mean? It's not going to work. Any roll bars, I'm thinking we're actually going to probably do the same just for shites and giggles. And braking, differential, we're going to leave everything else the way that it is before we get started. Now let's just have a look at the stance on this thing, man. Tell me that is not the coolest thing ever. A slammed Hummer. I didn't even put camber on this. Why is the front like that? Did I? I don't think I did, man. I think that's just that stock stuff going on right there. But before we get started, let's go ahead, paint up the back windows and those wheels. I said I did want to paint them. Now the color scheme that I'd like to see is that white on white, baby, looking so sexy. Oh man, this thing is looking dope, man. I'm really impressed. Now one thing we are gonna have to do is go back and adjust that front alignment. Let's just take a look. Let's put on some positive camber and see if we can even that out. Just because that's actually pretty hideous. Now before we do anything else, continue on any further, I'd like to just put on a couple of drift decals. So if you guys would just bear with me for a minute, just get myself set up with some fake sponsorship there. Insert all from the right side, looking good. And what I did want to do, one last thing, apply a manufactured decal, drop that Hummer just along the front. Why? Because we gotta let them know what we are driving. So we're gonna size this accordingly and drop that right there, looking good. Just something to set it off right and make it look a little more drift appropriate. now that all of that is out of the way, it is about time to take this thing for a rip. I'm excited to see how it handles, especially since that front end is just tucking so hard. Sounds like a big old V8. No more of that crappy old naturally aspirated diesel. Let's just take it for a little loop around the hub. Second gear. Yes, indeed. She drifts, ladies and gents. Oh, what? Like, what? Okay, we got to do a little fast travel action here. Get ourselves in a nice little area where there's lots of corners. Really see if this is for real or not. Wow, that was very coordinated, everybody. I like that. Let's see if that was just a fluke. Third gear seems to be a little sluggish, low in the RPM range. I think second gear might be our money gear. Still takes quite a bit to spin it around in second, but once you do get it around, it's actually pretty easy to control. A little help from the e-brake there. This parking lot, always come in this parking lot it seems when I'm drifting down this area. Let's get back on the road here. I'm back on the road again. Alright, new direction. Not only does it drift, but it also destroys anything that's getting in its way. So that's definitely a bonus. I mean, I can honestly say that the one thing that probably is going to help the most on this thing is that weight reduction that we did. Like, you see how the back end just whipped around, holding on that e-brake. You'd never do that in a stock Hummer. My biggest issue right now coming around these corners that I'm noticing anyways is not being in the right gear and like driving into giant buses. Like, how did I not see that? Like, second gear's the money, but coming into the corners, you got to make sure that you downshift and you're in second, because third is absolutely unforgiving. Third is not a drift gear. Third is like a I need speed on a straightaway gear. Second's the money though. I mean, it's belligerent and reckless. But I guess that's kind of what a Hummer's all about, right? Yeah. I kind of like it. My biggest, the biggest thing that I enjoy about it right now has got to be the V8 sound. It sounds great. Really, it almost handles like a giant, like Chrysler 300C or something like that. You know what I mean? One thing I might do once this video's over, maybe go in, adjust the gearing a little bit, either make second gear a little longer or make first and second a bit shorter so we can be in third gear when we're coming in for those drifts. Now here's second, and you can see just banking off the rev limiter at first there. So we might need some minor adjustment there. Look out, buddy! But nonetheless, it definitely handles good too, not just like a little bit. Like, it handles really, like, let's stop the drifting and just see what it does for like cornering and maneuvering. Got a little squirrely there. That front end's a bit touchy, I'm noticing. Doesn't really like those front wheels being cocked out like that, but you guys saw I tried to adjust it. It's just what happens when we about that low life. Like, it's good, man. The truck is good. Like, if I had to get away from the cops, which I don't have to do in this game, luckily, it would work. I don't know, should we call this one a success? Dare I say H1 drift build? Friggin' rights we did, boys. So with that being said, I'm thinking we are probably going to put an end to this video. As always, if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button. As always, if you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button if you guys want to see more. And you're not subscribed. Did I already say that? Subscribe. What else? Comments. Don't forget to leave those comments. Requests down in the comment section for sure. Like I say, a video every single day. 7 days a week. What else, man? Hummer. The Hummer turned out great. Really like the Hummer. I think that's pretty much it, man. We covered the bases. We talked some smack. We built the vehicle. We took it for a nice little test drive. So I'm thinking it's about time for you mofos to get back to whatever you guys were doing before y'all decided to come and rock with your boy, D Nolly, a.k.a. Don Squally, man. As always, I just want to say thank you guys again. I know I say it a lot, but I mean it. So I'm done talking that smack, man. As always, thank you guys for watching. We gonna catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace! Oh no! Oh! For fuck's sake, every fucking time. Showdown, bitch. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Should have had a V8, yeah? Oh! Recovery of a lifetime! Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh! Fuck! Yeah, just keep on rolling there. Yeah. Don't worry about the racer or anything.